Hello everyone, this is Mr. Ronin here again, and this is going to be a guide for Rashid, particularly in terms of his combos. I have a full, much longer video talking about the more interesting things he can do, his general game plan and stuff, but this one is specifically going to be about his combos, and his combos only. Maybe a bit of Oki and stuff as well, because that counts as combos. Right, so off of our pokes, pretty standard, like most characters, he can link 3 lights together. His main light string is going to be standing, crouching, standing, because if the opponent is blocking, he has an extra long frame trap for the opponent to match in between. So there's a little bit of a longer gap, and so you can do something like this into your light spinning mixer. And the light spinning mixer leaves you the plus in their face, so you can go for easy strike throw. So either you throw the opponent, or I suggest go for your crouching medium punch, because that leaves you plus, and that will also frame trap into another standing light punch, from which you can just do this and take some drive gauge, and then you're still left at -3. So that is really, really good. His poke game is very, very annoying, and people really hate that he has this amazing ability to just loop this over and over again, and if they try to press buttons back, then he just does the OD, so make sure you annoy them, because that's what you're meant to do. Right, now getting into some medium stuff, this is where he gets a little bit more interesting. He has the unique ability of linking, again, 2 mediums, but he can link his medium kick into his medium punch, which is pretty rare. And his medium punch also has a target combo, which is pretty awesome, because that means we get to lead together a lot of stuff. So a pretty common combo route you'll see Rashid players use is your medium kick into your medium punch, target combo into this sequence. So you do your OD Arabian Cyclone, which will leave this tornado on the screen, and that'll buff your run so that your run has these extra hits and juggles the opponent, and all together you end it with this, and let's see what it looks like. Lots of corner carry, straight in the corner, and a nice knockdown and some decent damage. He also has other good, just general combo enders if you don't feel like spending the meter to like extend it with the OD, or perhaps you just don't even have the meter. So he can just do this and then link into his medium Eagle Spike, which does a decent chunk of damage really, and also has a lot of great corner carry and Oki, as you can see, plus 52, so I can get a bunch of a run here. This thing has so much corner carry for like a single hit special move. Look at this. That's like almost full screen. Or not full screen, but almost takes me straight to the corner from like over here. That's crazy. And I can also use this to go into my level 1, because whenever you do a standing combo, ending in your level 1 does a pretty nice chunk of damage. Particularly like if you've got something that ends in standing heavy punch, that does a nice chunk of damage. So there are 2 general ways he's going to extend his combos, particularly using his medium kick. Medium punches, like standing and crouching, are your plus on block tools. You are going to be pressing them a lot, but unfortunately, he's not like Jury where he can just press this and then, okay, I can easily confirm this into like my combo extending stuff. He can only extend these into lights, which, you know, is a little bit of a weakness, but if you've watched any high-level Rashids, they make the most out of this. So make sure you learn how to get your drive rush light combos. So drive rushing off of lights in this version is super easy now, because we can just press the parry button with no directions, and then you can drive rush into another light and get this kind of combo going. We can also do this if you want to go into a level 1. But yeah, drive rushing your lights is something you're going to have to get used to, because it's the most common way you get hits, and you've got to make sure they count for something. Like something like this as well, you can also do it from. Whoops. And then you get the regular extension in the corner. But as you can see, if I wasn't extending with my lights, I just have to do something like this. And it's a lot less damage and a lot less corner carry. And you may as well take these easy hit confirms that he gets to get some kind of damage. I say easy, I'm messing up, but I can absolutely blame that on the fact that Recorder's Curse. Okay, then yeah, those are honestly the main way he extends combos. If you are going for drive rushes in the middle of your combo, if you're off of a medium or something like this, you can drive rush into your crouching heavy punch, into your standing heavy punch, and once again you can end that in a level 1, which is a nice chunk of damage, or just into another Eagle Spike or something. Okay. But I would prefer, especially if I'm starting a combo from a medium punch, and I mean a medium kick, and I have the ability to easily hit confirm and just use the 2 bars and the OD. Like, it's cheaper and cooler, I suppose, to go for that instead. But he does have other cool ways of extending his combos, especially if you're going into the medium punch target combo without starting with the medium kick, because if I am linking it from the medium kick, I'm a little bit too far to do stuff like this. As you can see, just totally whiffs. But say if I've gotten a jump in, and I'm going into this, or perhaps I've just like done a drive rush into a crouching medium punch, because my crouching medium punch is a really good button after drive rush for pressure and stuff, but happens to hit, and then I can go for this as a combo. There are these cool combo extensions I can go for. So I can go for into the heavy Arabian Cyclone, and I can either roll forwards and then do a heavy spinning mixer, or I can press back kick and do the fly. And from that, I can either do a heavy kick for a nice knockdown, or I can do a medium punch, which I can actually cancel into one of these jumps and get some aerial shenanigans going that way. And I'm pretty sure if you use the light version, this also makes a safe jump. Oops. So both of these options have quite a lot of corner carry, and I particularly like the heavy kick knockdown version because it leads to this interesting Oki where basically you can do this in a lot of situations with Rashid, but this one is just kind of particularly useful or effective, I find, is whenever you have a long knockdown, you can use this kind of weird flip that he has where you do like forward kicks and then like backwards and forward kicks, or forwards and 2 kicks to go different distances. But it leads to these really weird cross-up situations then, and because it switches sides so many times, it beats DPs really easily. And depending on when I do it, it'll either like not cross up and keep them in the corner, at that time I landed in front of him, but I can also land behind him and switch to not be in the corner. Whoops. So as you can see there, I can also land on the other side of the opponent with them in the corner, but have switched sides. It's very confusing, and thanks to our jump medium kick, you can make these all interesting cross-ups as well. You don't even have to do the jump as well, just to make it a little bit more confusing. You can just do this, and then go for a meaty overhead on one side. Or sometimes you can switch up and then it'll hit on this side. It's very, very confusing, and I think it's very, very powerful mix-ups to go for, and because it's so many side changes, like I said, it beats DPs pretty easily, so you just get to rampage your opponent. So those are a free combo route that I also like to go for. The only time it kind of gets really different and interesting, other than the really weird stuff, is when we're in the corner, because we obviously have better combos in the corner. Now, we always want to go into the medium punch target combo into this half-charged projectile. Not fully held, because if I hold it down the whole time, it'll completely miss. So you just hold it down until he has that little bit of a flash right as the opponent is about to hit the floor. Then you let it go into your forward medium punch, and into whatever combo ender you like. So there are a few options. You can just go into your heavy spinning mixer, which is simple and a nice chunk of damage. Or I can do this. So my medium Arabian Cyclone into the forwards kick and kick follow-up. And as you can see, plus 41 frames, this is actually a safe jump setup, which is pretty awesome for an offensive character like Rashid to have this kind of tech in the corner. Is pretty scary, and let me just mess it up a bunch more times for you. But as you can see, that hits as a safe jump, and I'll just quickly get him to DP. Go for my jump heavy kick, and it completely misses, and I get a big damaging corner combo. Pretty nice. So that's pretty powerful, and basically anything you do in the corner can kind of lead into these things, just as long as it's something that leads into your medium punch. You can link into this whole situation, and it'll always lead into this amazing safe jump, which of course is going to be scary for Rashid, because when you safe jump, you can use this to safe jump, and then go into like this, and link into the combos all over again. or just, you know, empty into a low or a throw. Very, very, very scary stuff. And since we have a safe jump, we probably also want some punish counters if the opponent does go for a DP. So you can use your long-reaching crouching heavy punch, which will now link into standing heavy punch. And just go for something like that meterlessly, or something I was doing for a bit. It's definitely not optimal, but if you like are a bit scared that sometimes, you know, when you get a punish counter and you completely mess up a combo because you have the opportunity to get such a nice combo and you just do nothing, well, you can just do standing heavy punch into your heavy eagle spike, and the damage is okay, and it's super simple and impossible to mess up. But the advantage you get from this thing, completely instantly carrying you to the corner from like anywhere, is pretty amazing. You just hit them once and you have amazing Oki. I did like a long run there, and we're in the corner for ages. So this is just a easy option where you can just easily get, oh wow, I was even too early with that. That's amazing. Tons of corner carry, super simple thing, but generally, yeah, it is better to go for something like this. Get you a bit more damage. And yeah, cool. Then I think our combos are just the situational ones left. So like, of course, from drive rushes, a lot of his drive rush things like the overhead and the slow crush, oops, even if they're not punished counters, will just lead into the same combos, because I can just go into my medium punch and go into the target combo. So it's going to be like literally the same combo as before, so you don't really need to stress about what kind of combos you do from them. Nice. Now the combos start to get pretty funky when we start adding in the tornadoes. So the tornadoes appear when you do like a fully charged projectile, or we also had it when we did our OD Arabian Cyclone. We saw that it made our dash better, and that's how we got that kind of combo extension. It does those two things. Of course, also your level 2 super does it. It does a real tornado as well as the one that buffs you. After the level 2 hits them, then it leaves behind this one as well that buffs things. And yeah, that leads to crazy combos. I'm not going to talk about all the things that it buffs, because it does some ridiculous stuff, like giving you full screen jumps and stuff, which is crazy. But a pretty common thing is you're going to do the full charge projectile into your light spinning mixer, because not only does that combo, but it's also, it combos on its own. Look, it starts combos, but also combos from the projectile, because it just moves so fast. It also has plus on block, so you kind of just throw it out and see what happens. Easy to hit confirm, of course, because it's a million hits. But from that, you can get this combo we were showing before. And you can also mess it up and go for that. Then also, yeah, I guess level 2 is where we start to get particularly strange, but I think I want to leave that for the end. So comboing to level 1, we also mentioned you can go for this weird thing. If you feel like it, it has a lot of corner carry and just looks pretty cool in my opinion. Going into level 3 is pretty easy because anything that was going into these really easily connects into level 3. And that's how we ended most of our combos in the corner as well, so you can easily tack on a level 3. Also, our spinning mixers, light and medium, can cancel into level 3, so you can easily go pokes into level 3. Because you've already done down forward punch, so you just have to go down forward punch again, and you can cancel into it. So that's from the light version, and also perhaps if the opponent is being juggled, you can do it from the medium version as well. So he has no problems going into his level 3 at all. I just like to specify, because, you know, crouching medium kick's an important part of your toolkit or your game plan. You can't drive rush into a bunch of the buttons you would like to drive rush into, so I think it's best to go into your crouching medium punch. That way you don't even have to hit confirm it, because this is also the best option on block. So you go for this, and then you're left hella plus and really close to the opponent, but if it does hit, then you can go for this combo. Whoops. Or you can do the other one, this one, for like a bit of a better knockdown. Or also this. So yeah, he's got options. but as you can see, they're starting to kind of overlap now, even when we have weird stuff like this. Tornado, we've already talked about how you need to get your light drive rush combos, because that's really important for him. So I think, yeah, it's kind of, we just have the level 3 to talk about now. I mean, sorry, level 2. Obviously, when we use level 2, that's where his combos get particularly crazy or interesting, because it puts this big tornado on the screen, which will launch the opponent, and also has a long-lasting, like, buff tornado on the screen, where it'll do all these buffs that we have to make all these things better, and you get these style of combos for a long time. So what do we do from here? And there are a plethora of types of combos you could do. Basically, any Rashid combo compilation is gonna mainly feature level 2 combos because they're so stylish. But here are like 2 examples of things that I think are like very good because they're consistent and easy to do. So also, you can do them after your crouching heavy punch because it can cancel into supers, so that's a common situation you'll get level 2 because it's good on hit or block. So neutral jump into a heavy kick will launch the opponent into the air, and then you can do just a simple combo like that, kind of what you get after drive impact. And you can even do it into the OD as well, the OD spinning mixer. So neutral jump, heavy kick, OD spinning mixer, and I can cancel that into my double jump, and as you can see, that's a nice solid bit of damage. Had a lot of corner carry, and I've got a great knockdown to do any kind of flip shenanigans, double, triple jumping, whatever I want. There's also this route that I think is kind of fun to do sometimes, particularly if you're mid-screen and want to like really mess with the opponent. There you can't really see it because we're already in the corner, but there's a lot of side switching potential with this. And then you can either jump back that way, or you can do another one of these, or you can like do it so you don't go over their head. There's a lot of options and a lot of weird stuff. And oh yeah, I didn't say what it was, but you basically just wait a bit, do an instant jump medium punch into your heavy double jump or your dive kick, whatever you want to call it, and then you down heavy punch. And then you've got some nice knockdown, and the other one, oh yeah, I already said what that was. Neutral jump into a heavy kick. But it's better when you're closer to the corner. And yeah, of course there is also the really cool stuff, like particularly if you're in the corner, you can get some loops where you use your OD and then go into the OD dive kick, and then you can go into your spinning mixer and then your normal spinning mixer, or you can even go into a level 1 there. There's a lot of potential and a lot of things, but just make sure you have at least those 2 routes down for something simple you know that you can go for and not mess up. And you can also kind of also use that first one on block, like if you just do a neutral jump, land with your medium kick, and it'll be a very, very awkward cross up, and you're left very plus in front of the opponent, and the tornado is still there. So guess what? We're gonna go for this. And we have our plus on block strike throw pressure there. And I hate to say it, but I think that's honestly about all we need to know with Rashid. Of course, there's always going to be more interesting situational combos, like adding in stuff like that, but I don't think that's interesting enough to have it on its own. Actually, did I mention drive impacts? In the corner, you can go into the same combo routes we were doing before. And mid-screen, if you get the big drive impact, you can do this. You use your up heavy kick from a neutral jump, and you can go into an ender like that, and that's pretty damaging. Or like if you're not close enough, or you don't like the timing with that thing, you can just do a dash into your heavy kick, and it'll get the same effect. I think from that you can even, yeah. And you can use whichever ender you prefer at the given time. And I think we're gonna cut it there, because I think that's all the combos we really need to know. So I will say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.